Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. Today we are going to start with exercise 1.3 and already we have seen the topics that are going to be involved in exercise 1.3. Exercise 1.3 is going to deal with the different set operations. As we have different operations for algebra, like we have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have division in our algebra. The same way, we have some operations that we are going to follow in set language. What were the operations that we have seen, children? Yes, it was complement of a set, then we had union of sets, and we had intersection of sets, then we had difference of sets, and also we had symmetric difference of sets. So these were the different operations that we have already studied in our previous classes. So we are going to just take the help of the notes that we have done in our previous classes, and we are going to complete our exercise 1.3. Let's start with the work, children. So I want you to take down your classwork. Take down your classwork, write down today's date, write down today's day, write down exercise 1.3, write exercise 1.3, write down the first question using the given Venn diagram. So this diagram, okay, so when you are representing a set using a figure or using a figure, these figures are called as Venn diagrams, okay children? So when you represent a set using figure, you call it as Venn diagram, okay children? So this type of representation is called a Venn diagram, and this type was invented by an English mathematician called John Venn. So who invented this Venn diagram? It was John Venn. And who was John Venn? He was an English mathematician. So this is the information. So what John Venn has done, he invented Venn diagram, so which help us to understand the relation between the sets. Like here we have some sets. What are the sets given here? A. Here we have a set B, and also we have U here. Now this U is the universal set. So what is the use of Venn diagram? Venn diagram help us to know the relation between different sets. And who has introduced the system? It was introduced by a mathematician, John Venn. And who was John Venn? He was an English mathematician. I hope you are clear. So this is a small story of a Venn diagram. So who was the discoverer of Venn diagram? It was John Venn. And why he has introduced this Venn diagram? So that it will be easy for us to find the relation between the different sets. When we just go on saying something, when there's a difference, children, when you just go on seeing or when you just go on reading any particular topic, and when you watch that particular topic as a movie, which one you feel better? The movie part is felt better, because when you watch a movie, what happens? When you watch, all the parts are getting activated over there. Like you have your eyes, your ears, your brain, all get activated. But when you just go on reading, what happens? Again, everything is activated over here. But when you watch, it has more effect compared to reading. When you read, you may feel bored. But when you just go on watching, and when you just watch the movie, and when they just go on giving you some good examples, when different sceneries come or when different characters come, you people get involved in the movie. Yes, children? So that's why when you never forget the movie, but you forget your definitions, you forget your formulas, that you get forget, because it's like you have everything in the written format. So when you see a particular thing in a form of movie, you never forget it. So what this John Venn has done is he discovered a method, or he discovered a Venn diagram such that it would be more effective and we would be able to understand the set relation very clearly. So we are going to see about the Venn diagram. So I want you to write down the question. I hope you have taken down the question. Now take your scale and take your pencil. If you have a compass, you can just draw with the help of a compass the circles. Draw 2 circles. Be careful how to draw circles. Draw 1 circle. You have to draw another circle such that it intersects. Be careful, you have to draw a circle using a compass. Write down the numbers as given. You have to write the name of the set A, B. Write down the numbers over here like 2, 10, 8. Then in common, so for A and B, the common part is 4 and 7. For B, you have 9, 6, 11, 3. And you write down a universal set U. Write down the number 1, 12. Just follow it, children. Write down the Venn diagram properly. Okay. Take it down neatly. You have to draw the Venn diagram using the pencil. The numbers can be written with pen, no problem. The letter A, the letter B, then U. Then the numbers can be taken down with the help of a pen. You can write with pen. But remember, the circles and the rectangle part should be drawn with a pen. Pencil, not a pen, pencil. Are you ready with the Venn diagram? Okay, let's continue with our answer, children. So the question is, using the given Venn diagram, write the elements of. The first one is A. So you can just write down below the figure. You have a figure over here. So just continue below the figure. Let's write down the value for A. Or let's write the elements of A. They have asked you to go for the elements of A. That means you have to write the member of A. Let's find out what are the members of A, children. Okay, now just listen carefully. This is very, very easy because I have told you when a particular thing is given in a written form and when something is given in a picture form, the picture form will be more effective. You will be having a clear, concrete idea when a particular subject is given pictorially. Okay. So now let's see here. The question is to find out the elements of A. So elements of A means what you have to do is just keep a hand over here. So I have to just focus on the circle A. So this, we have 2 circles, one is A and one is B. So this is element A and this is element B. So what are you going to do here? So when I just keep a hand over here, I get the element A. Can you see that, children? One circle you get. So this is the element of A. So what are the members of A? 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. That's all. It's very easy. I hope you're clear. So A, for finding A, you have to just keep yours. So we have 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. So write down here 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. Similarly, the second one is for B. You have to find out the element of B, children. Let's go for B. Now when you go for B, you have to just keep a hand over. Yeah, good, yes. So just keep a hand over here. So what is left, children? And don't get confused. You may ask, ma'am, this 4 and 7 is coming in both the cases. That we are not going to worry about now. Just go for the B element. So B, keep a hand over here. You have to focus on the B part. Clear? Getting the point here. So where is the B part? See. So you have 3, 6. We can go in order. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11. So when you go for 4, just keep a hand on A. So when you keep a hand on A, you get a clear circle for B. You can see a clear circle for B and you have to write that as the element of B. So 3, 6, I take 4 first. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11. For finding A, I just kept a hand over here. I just want to see the first circle. I'm going to focus on the first circle, and for B, I have to focus on the second circle. Just see the second circle over here. So that is the element of B. I hope you are clear with this figure, you would have understood how to write down the members of A and the members of B. Now let's go for the third one. It's A union B. It's very easy, children. This is very, very easy. Let's write on the third one. You can just go on writing one below the other, children. I'm just continuing here. A union B. A union B. What do you mean by union, children? Remember, recollect the word union. Union means writing A and B together. You're going to bring A and B together. Try to bring A and B together. So you have to write down the elements from A and write the elements of B together. Okay. So what are we going to do here is, we are going to write them in an increasing order. We know how to write the numbers in increasing order, yes, children? So don't just write 2, 10, 8, 4, 7. It will not look neat. Actually, that is not a wrong answer. You can write, I'll just give you an idea. You can write 2, 8, 10, 4, 7, here 2, 8, 2, 10, 8, 4, 7, 9, 6, 3, 11. This is not at all wrong. We can write down the answer in such a manner. But one thing is, anyway, whenever you have to present a set, or whenever you have to present anything, you have to go in an increasing order, or you have to go in a decreasing order. So when you go in an increasing order means you can start from 2. So what is the next number? After 2 here, we have 3, then you have 4, then you have 6. Or what you can do, you can just start from the bigger number. Decreasing order means bigger number, like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So I say that this is not wrong way of, but this is not an exact. The answer, you will be getting a full mark for it. But always try to write the answer in a neat manner. You have to present it neatly. Because if I just go on writing the increasing order, you will be not missing any numbers. So let's write down the numbers, A union B. What is A union B? You are going to write all the numbers. You are going to write down all the member, not the number. You have to say members of A and B together. This is union. A union. U is read as union. What is the meaning of union? Coming together or joining together. So 2, 3, 4. Just go on putting it. If you have a confusion, sometimes what happens, we may miss a single member. If you miss a single member, everything goes wrong. You will get a 0 mark for the answer. Because A union B means you have to write down all the members. If you miss even a single member, the whole set is wrong. So be careful when you write down the answer. So 2 is there. I have written 2. I have taken 3. I have taken 4. Next one I will take 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. So this is a set for A union B. I have combined all the members of A and the members of B. That gives you the answer for A union B. Now let's go for the fourth subpart. What is the fourth subpart, children? A intersection B. Yes. A intersection B. This is a very, very easy answer. By looking at the figure, we can say the answer directly. What is the answer? What is common for A and B here? Yes, see, this number is common. 4 and 7 is common. That is, this number is present in A also, and this number is present in B also. So what is common for A and B? 4 and 7. Remember, A intersection B. This is read as intersection. Intersection means common. You are going to take out the common element of A and B. So by looking at the figure, directly we can say 4 and 7 is common to A and B. So the answer is 4, 7. Let's go for the fifth subpart. A minus B. A minus B. Let's write down the value for A minus B. I have told you how to understand this. A minus B means present in A, not in B. Are you clear with this, children? A minus B means present in A, not in B. This is what this particular set refers. A minus B means present in A, not in B. That means I want the value of A, but I don't want the value of B. That is, I don't want the member of B. So I want only A. Only A means I don't want this part. Here 4 and 7 is a, but it is common to B also. Yes, children? The 4, 7 comes to B also. So you are not going to take 4, 7, only the A part. So when I keep a hand over B, what is the left part here? 2, 8, 10. So this is the answer. 2, 8, 10. Remember? So A minus B. Yes? So what you keep a hand over B. So what is left here? 2, 8, 10. So this is the answer. Clear, children? Okay. Question number 6. What is the sixth one? B minus A. B minus A. Same way, B minus A means present in B, not in A. Present in B, not in A. So I want B, but I don't want A. So just keep a hand over A. So what do you get here? 3, 6, 9, 11. I don't want anything from A. I want only the B part. So just touch, keep a hand over A. So what is left now? See? 3, 6, 9, 11. 3, 6, 9, 11. Next, let's go for the seventh subpart. The seventh subpart is A dash. Seventh subpart, A dash. Okay, shall we continue, children? I hope you're taking all the answers along with me and it's understood. It's clear. Is it clear, children? We are going very slow, so you just understand the concept. Okay, now A dash. What do you mean by A dash? Simple term is A dash means not A. What is the meaning of A dash? Not A. What is the meaning of B dash? Not B. What is the meaning of C dash? Not C. It goes on. Okay, you have to just continue in this manner. So A dash means I don't want A. I don't want A. So just keep a hand over A. So I don't want A. So what is left now? 3, 6, 9, 11, and two more things. We have 1 and we have 12. So when you are talking about, see, here we were talking about A and B, okay, children? So I did not see the numbers which were out, the numbers which were in the universal set. So when I talk about universal set, what is the meaning of universal set? Universal set is a set which contains all the members of all the sets. So U will contain set A, U will contain set B, and also U will contain the remaining numbers. What are the numbers in the rectangle part? 1 and 12. So you have to take these numbers also for universal set. So now here I am talking about A dash. So what was the meaning of A dash? We have written in the rule X such that X belonging to U and X does not belong to A. What is the definition for A complement? X belonging to U, that means you have to take the value for X from U, that is the universal set, but the X should not belong to A. So just keep this in your mind, children. Okay, so what are you going to do for A dash? Just keep a hand over A. So what is left? You have to keep a full hand over A. So what is left now? 3, 6, 9, 11, 1 and 12. 1 and 12. So write down here. 1, because 3, 6, 9, 11, and I told 1 and 12 is also present. So I'll write down in an order. 1, 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. So this is the answer for A dash. Okay, now let's try for B dash. I'll be continuing B dash over here. Write down the B dash over here, children. Write down B dash. 8. B dash. B dash simple, just keep a hand over B. What is left now? 1, 2, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 8, 10, 12. So 1, 2, 8, 10. So just keep a hand over B. So you have to just keep a hand over B. And what is left? 1 is left, 12 is left, 2, 8, 10. So we got the value for B dash. Okay, the last one is 9th part is U. So universal set, this is a very easy answer. You have to write down all the members of a set over here. What are the numbers or what are the members here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the members. So you have to write down all the sets, all the members of the sets as a universal set. So write down all the members here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this was our first question. Using Venn diagram, we have found the value for A, we have found the value for B, we have found A union B, we have found A intersection B, we have found A minus B, we have found B minus A dash, B dash and U. I hope you have completed all the work, children. Good. Now I would like you to give one homework. I want to test you whether you have understood this sum clearly. So now what are you going to do is, you are going to take your homework page. I have told you to separate the classwork and the homework. I hope you have divided the book into two. The first half is for your classwork and the second half is for your homework. Yes, children? So take down your homework book, that is homework page. Write down today's date. So you are going to just listen to me carefully. I'm just going very slow. So listen carefully. Just do not blindly do whatever you wish. Whatever we say, you have to follow that. So now you are going to take your homework page, take your pencil and take your scale, draw a rectangle, draw two sets. I'll draw a little bigger. Draw two sets A and B. Draw two sets A and B. For the classwork, you dealt with the numbers, yes? Like you dealt with 1, 2 numbers. I am going to give you some letters over here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Here are the numbers. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. For the previous sum, you had a universal set 2. You were having only 2 numbers out. Here I am giving you 3 alphabets. G, H, I, J, K, L. So you have to draw the Venn diagram. Be careful to copy the elements properly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Read the question. Using Venn diagram, write the elements of first A, B, A union B, A intersection B, A minus B, B minus A dash, B dash, U. Same like how we have done our first question in the classwork, children. Same manner you are going to do and you are going to give me the answer. So this is a homework for you. Using Venn diagram, write the elements of A, B, A union. So you have given a new Venn diagram. So you are going to use this Venn diagram and you are going to find out what is A, what is B, what is A union B, what is A intersection B, what is A minus B, what is B minus A, what is A dash, B dash and U. So do it properly. Write on the question fast. So do not waste your time. Copy down the figure properly, children. If you make any mistake, everything goes wrong. So be careful to copy the elements properly. You have to be quick. At the same time, your handwriting should be very neat. Have you completed, children? Okay. Now come back to your classwork. Come back to your classwork. We have completed question number 1. Yes, children? So now we are going to continue with question number 2. Okay, so I am going to continue with your classwork now. Second sum. Question number 2. Take down your classwork. So just homework, you have taken down the question. So now come back to your classwork. Take down the second question. And in the previous class, I have given you the second question as homework. I have told you to complete the first and the second sum as homework. Yes, question number 1 and 2 as homework. Now let's continue with the third subpart. Question number 2, third subpart. Do not get confused, children. Now the question number 2 will be done in the classwork. I have just given you homework. It's like your sum number 1. So you have to do this in your homework part. You have the second half part of your book. You're going to do this homework. And now come back to your classwork. Write down question number 2. Take down the third subpart. Take down the third subpart. A is equal to write down x such that x belonging to n. A is equal to x belonging to n. X is less than or equal to 10. X is less than or equal to 10. So this is the first set given to you. And you have one more set. B is equal to x such that x belonging to W, x less than 6. Okay. So write down the question. A is equal to x such that x belonging to n, x is less than or equal to 10, and B is equal to x such that x belonging to W, x less than 6. So these are the two conditions given to you. So let's write down the set first. We have to know the members. Yes, children. So this is which rule? This is the which form? In the first class, I have told you the sets are represented using 3 different forms. Yes, children. One was descriptive form. Descriptive form is the set of all prime numbers or the set of all flowers, like that it goes on. When you have colon or when you have a line, you have to call it as a rule form or set builder form. And when you have all the members, like when you write down all the members, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you call it as a roster method. So now what are we going to do here is, we are going to write down the rule form as a roster form. So A is equal to, let's start with A. So what is A here? A is equal to x such that x belonging to n. X belonging to n. So you have 3 conditions over here. That is, what are we going to do? We are going to find out x. So what are we going to do? We are going to find the value for x. Okay. X belonging to n. That means you are going to take the value for x as a natural number. What is the natural number, children? Yes, it begins with 1. The first number is 1. Natural number starts from 1. Good. x is less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to 10. Now here, I know that we are going to take the value for x. It is a natural number and the condition is x is less than or equal to 10. So natural number, you're going to start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tell me, can we include 10? Can we include 10? Yes. Why? Because less than equal to is present. If only less than is there, I cannot take 10. But here less than equal to is there. So you have to, we can take 10. So what is the value for A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear, children? Okay, now what are we going to do here is, we are going to write down the value for whole numbers. That is a B part. We are going to write down the element for B. Now the element of B, here again we are going to find out the value for x. But here x is belonging to W. What is the meaning of W? Whole, a big whole. That means which number it is going to start from? 0, yes. So let's start with the value. So this is a whole number, so it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, now let's come over here. Less than 6. Less than 6 means, is the number included? No. Why, children? Because the equal to sign is missing. You have only less than 6. So the number stops over here. So what is the value for B? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have found the set A. We have found set B. I hope you have taken down the question, children. Good. Let's start with the classwork. So now, so we have found, so a rule was given to us. So with the help of a rule, I have written the set as a roster form. We have changed the rule as a roster form. Now let's go for the answer part. What are we going to do? A union B. What is the meaning of union? What is this red dash? U means what? Union. It's union. What is the meaning of union? Joining together or combining together. So let's write down A and B together. So here in A, what you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And B you have 0 extra. Yes, children? So I'll write them everything together. So this is, it starts from 0. The smallest number is 0. I'll take 0 first. 1, or you can take the 0 at the last. It's your choice. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not write this again, children, because already 0 I have written here. See, for your explanation I'll give you. Don't get, I'll write the same answer, just wait. So A is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Union. What is B? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the A union B? You have to combine A and you have to combine B. And I have told you that do not repeat the member again. Here we have 2, here we have 2. So don't write 2 times 2, you have to write only 1 time. 1, 1, 2 times, so write only once. So which is the smallest number here? 0 is the smallest number. So 0, 1. Don't write 2 times, don't write 1, 1, this is wrong. You have to write only once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the value for A union B. Clear? So we have taken down the value for A union B. Now let's go for A intersection B. This is very, very easy. Tell me what is common for A and B, children? What is same for A and B? Think and give me the answer. It's very easy. What is same? Intersection means same. What is common for A and B? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, good. See, 1 is present here, 1 is present here, 2 is here, 3 is common, 4 is common, 5 is common. So A intersection B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the common intersection. Intersection means common. This is read as intersection. Means you have to take the common part. The common number which is in A and B. A and B. Yes. A minus B. It's A minus B. Okay, I'll write down the value for A minus B. I'll write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus B. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write down the value for A. I'll write down the value for B. So we are going to find out A minus B. Let's see how to write down A minus B. A minus B means A. I want in A, but I don't want in B. A I want in A, that is present in A, but not in B. Present in A, but not in B. Okay. So 1 is present in A, it is present in B. I don't want 1. 2 again in both. 3 both. 4 both. 5 both. So what is the answer? You have to write the value for A. Yes, children? So what is left in A here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is your answer. Do not write 0 because we are not worried about B member. You have to only write the member of A. So just cancel out the common member. You can just cancel this with the pencil, children. You can use your pencil to cancel out the terms. No problem. You can use your pencil. You can cancel out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets cancelled. What is left here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not write 0. 0 is present in B. I don't want B. I want A. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for the next question. Next up, what is that? B minus A. You have to find B minus A also. So write down again. So write down B first. Write down B set first. Write down the B set. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cancel the common. It's present. 1 is common, 2 is common, 3 is common, 4 is common, 5 is common. So what is the answer? 0. B minus A means I want only the member of B. So what is left in B? 0. I don't want the member of A. So leave that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only worry about B. So what is present in B? 0. So 0 is the answer. So B minus A is equal to 0. So write neatly, children. Okay, so we have completed the third subpart. Okay, so let's go for the next subpart. What is the next question? A is equal to fourth subpart. Set of all letters in the word mathematics and set of all letters in the word geometry. Set of all letters in the word mathematics, okay? Mathematics. And B is the set of all letters in the word geometry. So mathematics and geometry. So this is which form, children? Yes, the first form, that is descriptive form. Describing in words. You have a word that is the particular set is described in set, that is described in words. So you call it as a descriptive form. Okay, so now we are going to write down this set as a roster form. Let's write down the roster form here. So let's go for the roster form. So A is equal to, very easy, yes children, you would have done it. Let's write down the set of letters in max. What do you get? What are the letters in max? M, A, T, H, E. M is already taken down, so do not write M again. M, A, T, H, E. M, A, T, H, E. M is repeated, so no need to take. A is repeated, no need to take. T is repeated, so no need to take it. I, yeah, I. I, C, S. C, S. M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S. Let's check it. M, A, T, H, E. M is already written over here. A is already taken down here. T is already taken down here. So, I, C, S. I, C, S. Next one is geometry. So, B is equal to geometry. G, E, O, M. E is already taken. Yes, children? E is already taken, so no need to write T, E again. T, R, Y. M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S. And here, G, E, O, M, T, R, Y. Shall we continue, children? Okay, now let's go for the first part. You have to find A union B. A union B means you have read on all the members together. Shall we write all the members together? If you want, you can just continue here. You can go in a like alphabetical wise. Like you can go for A, B, C, D, E, F, or you can just take down them together. I have told you that you can write them the same manner. You are not going. Nobody is going to reduce your mark. But it is easy for you for checking the answer whether you have written all the values or not. So here I am going to do it. I am just going to do directly. M. First I'll write M. A. A union B means write M. What is that? A and B together. So M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S. I have taken all the A. Let's go for B. G I can take because G is not there in A. Yes, children? It is not repeated. E. E is already in A. So don't write E again. O. M already there written. T already written. So R, Y. So M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S, G, O, R, Y. Let's take the intersection part. What is common for both? So this was A union B. I hope you are clear with the union part. Union part is you have to write down A and B together. Only one thing that you are going to keep in your mind is do not repeat the member. Do not repeat the member. That's all. Okay. Coming to A intersection B. Write down the value for A intersection B, children. You write down. I'll do it later on. Do it. I give you some time to complete the answer. Do it. I hope you would have done A intersection B. What is the meaning of intersection, children? Taking common. Okay, which letter is common? M is common. E is common. T is common. Yes, so M, T, E. M is there? Any other letter? Nothing. Yes, M is there. A is not there. T is there. H not there. E is there. ICS is not there. So you have M, E, T, met. So common M, E, T. Next one. Let's go for the next subpart. A minus B. A minus B, right? A, M, A, T, H. E I C S. M A T H E I C S. Minus. What is B? G E O M T R Y. G E O M T R Y. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel out the common simple thing. You just remember, you can just cancel the common elements. M is common for both. A, no. T is common. H, no. E is common. I is not there. C is not there. S is not there. Okay. So what is the answer? What is left in A, children, now? What is left in A? A, H, A, H, I, C, S. A minus B is A, H, I, C, S. Okay, complete the last part. You are going to do the last part, children. Come on, do it. So B minus A. And B, G, E, O, M, T, R, Y. Minus M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S. So you have to just cancel the common part, and whatever is left for B, you have to write that as the answer. Do it, children. Get the answers. Go for the answer. So what can be cancelled here? E, M, T, that's all. So what is left in B? G, O, R, Y, Gori. G, O, R, Y, Gori. Children, so B minus A is equal to G, O, R, Y. So this was question number 2. So we have completed the first question, and also we have completed the second question. I hope you have done the 2 sums from question number 2. That is the first subpart and the second subpart in the same manner. I want the answer to be done in the same manner, children. If you have made a mistake, just correct your answers, and you have to follow the answer in this manner. For that is for question number 1 and question number 2. I hope you are clear. So you have to write on the question. You have to write A union B. You have to write A intersection B, A minus B, and B minus A. So complete. So you would have completed. So just have once again. You just check the answers once again, whether you have followed the same method, whether your method and my method is the same. Okay, children. So we have many more sums. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. So we'll be continuing with the next question in the next class. And already I have given you a homework, okay, children? So you have your homeworks. So complete the homework and keep it ready. And once it's told for the submission, like once the announcement is given for submission of your homework, you have to submit your homework. So submit your homework every day, children. Do not postpone your work. Do your studies properly. Work hard.